Hi everyone, we just wanted to send you a video to say hello. We are missing you all very, very much and can't wait to see you. And also to tell you a little bit about Joyful June, and this is something that Action for Happiness have done, and it's all trying to appreciate the little things to try and help us maintain good well-being and just keep us kind of as bright and cheerful we can be during the lockdown. So I'm going to tell you about a few of the things on that calendar. So the first one is appreciate nature. Okay, so you can see here, I'm here in the garden. This is a salvia. We can all feel from time to time a bit fed up or a bit low, and something we can do is just go out and have a little walk around the garden. If you haven't got a garden you can go to, maybe go to the park or walk around the block, just a little bit of fresh air and listening to the birds and seeing plants and just getting that little bit of outdoors time really, really can help us all. So I'd encourage you to do that. Something else that I've been enjoying recently is joy in music. So I've been rediscovering the music of my youth, which I'm sure you will all say is terrible, and my favourite band when I was growing up was Take That, and I have been enjoying listening to all the old Take That albums recently. I still know all the words, which I'm sure you think is incredibly sad, and my favourite was Gary. He's the one now with all the money, isn't he? And he wrote all the songs, and I found at home my Take That Panini sticker album from when I was younger, and I've had quite a nice look through this, but I'm quite sad because I didn't get all the stickers. So if anyone's out there and has got a Gary sticker for me, please let me know. The last one I wanted to talk to you about was thanking a friend for the joy they bring, and I'm sure you all are thinking how much your friends and family have meant to you during this difficult time. I know you all know that us as a team, as a staff, have got some fantastic friends, but also in the sixth form team as well. You know how closely we all work together, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Mrs. Gilson, not just for her support in getting letters out to you guys and doing all the amazing things she does. I know you all like to wave and say hello when you pass the door normally, but just for being an absolutely fantastic friend and caring for us all so well recently. So I'm going to hand over to her. Bye everyone.
Good afternoon, Year 12. It's Mrs. Gilson here. Hope you're all keeping safe and well and looking forward to having our lovely hot weather back. We've been very lucky, and as you can see, I look like I'm in the south of France, but I'm actually in my garden in Lichfield. I know you've had some lovely messages from Mr. Hensley, Miss Williamson and Mr. Butler, and I just wanted to add to it as well. My message to you is, however you're getting through lockdown, with all the things that have been disrupted and changed and cancelled, all of us, we all will have an opportunity to do those things again. So however you're getting through lockdown, you're doing a great job. You're getting through it like the rest of us. So what I would like to pass on now is just some information that I think is worthwhile. If you are having a down day, that is fine too. It's okay not to be okay. And if you have a bad day and you don't feel like doing anything, well then don't do anything. The next day you can get up early, you can go for a walk, you can listen to the birds. I'm sure you can hear them here in my garden. You can read a book, listen to some music, do something mindful. That's fine. So if you have a bad day, that's okay too. So there's always tomorrow to come. My other little piece of advice is to work, play, rest, repeat. It will be so lovely to see some nice happy smiley faces in school next week. I have been going into school while we've been on lockdown, and it's a very strange place without our lovely students, so I'm looking forward to seeing you all. And as you're probably all aware, Mrs. Gilson does like to have a chat. So if ever you feel like you want to ask a question, because there's never a wrong question to ask, you can come, you can knock my door, you can speak to me at a socially distanced 2 meters, and we can have a chat. You can let me know how you're getting on. I can see who's been sitting out in the sun and who's all lovely and brown and sun-tanned. Just let me know how you're getting on with your work. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know how you are. It'd be lovely to see you. Take care. Bye.
Hi 1213, hope you and your families are all healthy and well, and you've been there to support each other through these strange times. Following on from Miss Williamson's and Mrs Gilson's positive messages, inspired by Action for Happiness, I'd like to do the same. So what is Action for Happiness? Well, it's an organisation whose goal is, it's a movement of people committed to building a happier and more caring society. And looking at the events in the capital this week, it's difficult to not get depressed, but I think what's been really positive about lockdown has been this opportunity to get to know people in your community a little bit more than you did before. Speaking personally, we've got a little WhatsApp group where we live, and people have been taking the opportunity to go and get prescriptions, or maybe even go and get shopping for those people that have been more vulnerable, and that's been really positive. And it's been nice to get to know people that I probably wouldn't have done so before. If we think back to some of the opportunities we've given you, the Volunteers Fair was a really good one that showed, gave you the opportunity to get out there into the wider community and make a difference. And as I say, it's been really, really heartwarming to see how the Lichfield community is pulled together over the past month and a bit. On their website, Action for Happiness, there's a quote from the Dalai Lama which I really like. Happiness is not something ready-made, it comes from your own actions. And this time has given us all an opportunity to sort of step back a little bit and think what's important to yourself and to the people that you love. So what have I done? So what's brought me happiness? Well, I've made plans with friends, once all the travel restrictions are over, to meet up and either go for a weekend away or maybe some foreign travel involved. And I'm really looking forward to that. We don't know what we're doing yet with regards to where we'll go, but we know it will happen. So I'm really excited and looking forward to that. And I've also put a trip to Kilimanjaro back onto the schedule, which I was due to do a year or so ago, but a mate of mine's had some poor health, so we've reorganised that, so that will go ahead. Looking forward to that. I've also found a way to find a joyful way of being physically active. So during the lockdown, I've managed to get myself out of the house to go for a run, a walk, or a bike ride pretty much every day. And I've really enjoyed that, to be honest, and I've really got into my morning walks, or marches more like. I'll go for about an hour, get an audio book on the go, and I've really, really enjoyed that. And it's two birds with one stone, because I've managed to get through a few books as well. And when I get back, I'll go for a stroll with the dogs. So it's a really good start today. I've really enjoyed that. Take time to do something that makes you happy today. Again, I'm a big animal lover. As I talk to you now, the two dogs are panting in the sun. The cat is down to the left of me, sunning herself. We've got a poorly chicken who my fiance is looking after better than me, to be honest. And we've also got our horses as well. And it's lovely taking the dogs for a walk. Sometimes the cat joins too. But what I've really enjoyed is with the horses, when you go into the paddock, one of the moolah, she will come up to you and nudge you or bump you with her head, and she really wants a scratch. And when you give her a scratch, the faces she makes are really, really funny. So I've enjoyed just those little times, getting out and about and just doing stuff that puts a smile on my face. I hope you're all well, taking care of each other, like I've said already, and now I'd like to pass you on to a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Butler.
Oh, year 12. Yeah, really missed you. We're nearly back, and hopefully very shortly we're going to be able to actually have some contact with each other face to face a little bit more. Thank you to Miss Williamson, Miss Hensley, Miss Gilson for your messages that just passed on. How strange these last 3 months have been. Lockdown, furlough, Zoom calls, social distancing, 1 metre, 2 metre, it's been a whole new world. As Miss Williamson mentioned, Joyful June, the Action for Happiness group, what a great sort of concept, whether it's things to be grateful for, just saying positive things in conversations, creating a list of favourite memories. There's lots of things you can do to get that joyful happiness out there. So other than my schoolwork, what's DJB been doing? Well, how have I appreciated the joy of nature? Well, not just gardening. I've been trying to grow veg. You can see here I've got some runner beans, some rocket, a little bit of radish, some tomato plants and some beetroot. I don't think I'll have to water today after the rain overnight, but as a PE teacher, you'd be disappointed if I hadn't been trying to find some sort of joyful way of being physically active. Well, some of you might have known just before lockdown, February time, we got a new dog, Pippin, a Cavapoo. So she's been a great excuse for some extra walks. Got a little bit of training to do with it, but it's been good fun. It might surprise you, I actually hate running really, but I know the power of running and how good it is. So I've been getting myself out and doing a few runs, and if you've not done that, that's really worth doing. Bike rides as a family has been great, not just going out on my own on the bike. I've managed to go out with Mrs B and the two lads as well, so that's been great. Other things about being joyful in June and action for happiness, well, I've enjoyed trying some things that are new. Cooking a curry for the family. I used to cook before, but I've managed to spend a little bit more time doing a bit more cooking, and I've really enjoyed that. On TV, don't get a chance to watch TV much normally, but Manny, Cam, Mitch, Jay from Modern Family, I've never come across them before. Modern Family, I've enjoyed that. Last Dance, Michael Jordan, you don't even have to like basketball, that's been brilliant. Last Dance on Netflix, really recommend that if you've not seen it. Real good look at how Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan's part in that in the 80s. My hair, I can tell you think it's pretty good. Mrs B's been having a go at this, so she's been doing my haircuts. That's definitely been something new. On my phone, Duolingo, trying to do a little bit of a learning of the French. Awesome on my phone, Spotify. DB's tunes, a few cheesy sing-alongs, retros. That's been my eclectic mix that I've been creating on Spotify. So, what does it all mean? In essence, take time out to do something that makes you happy. The main quote from that Joyful June, the action for happiness. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. See you all really very soon. We're looking forward to getting back and working with you. See you guys.